Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's session. We are going to be discussing about regression analysis in academic research. My name is Lucy Wanjiro. Karibu sana. So regression analysis is a statistical technique, and it is used to model the relationship between a dependent variable and one or more independent variables. Its primary goal is to help you understand how is the dependent variable changing as the independent variables also change. Okay? So regression analysis involves estimating the parameters of the regression equation, assessing the goodness of fit of the model, and making predictions based on the model. The assumptions of regression analysis include linearity, independence of errors, homoscedasticity, that is the constant variance of errors, and normally distributed errors. Okay? It's widely used across various fields, including economics, finance, social sciences, engineering, and many others to analyze relationships between variables and make predictions. Okay, so what is the rationale of using regression analysis? Regression analysis is chosen when examining the relationship between one dependent variable and one or more independent variables. It aims to predict the dependent variable's value based on the independent variables. Where? I hope you're getting the concept. So what are the procedures of using this regression analysis? Number one, identify the dependent variable and the independent variables. Two, check the assumptions, linearity, independence of residuals, homoscedasticity, and normality of residuals. Okay? Then you conduct the regression analysis to estimate coefficients for each independent variable. Conduct the regression analysis so that you can estimate coefficients for each independent variable. Determine the significance level, that is the p-value for each predictor. Then evaluate the goodness of fit using the R-squared value. Then interpret the results, considering the relationship between variables and the model's predictive power. All right? You interpret the results by considering the relationships between variables and the model's predictive power. Oh my God. So, types of regression analysis. Of course, regression analysis has various types. Number one, you have linear regression. This is the simplest form of regression analysis, where the relationship between the dependent variable and the independent variable or variables is assumed to be linear. It is commonly used where there is a straight line relationship between variables. Okay? Linear means straight line. Then there is multiple regression. This one extends linear regression to incorporate multiple independent variables. It allows you to assess the relationship between the dependent variables and several predictors simultaneously. Then there is polynomial regression. It fits nonlinear relationships between the dependent variables and independent variable or variables by adding polynomial terms. Okay? Then there is logistic regression. This one is used when the dependent variable is categorical. Yani, for example, it is binary or multinomial. It models the probability of the occurrence of a categorical outcome. All right? Then there is the ridge regression and lasso regression. Variants of linear regression used when there is multi-collinearity among the independent variables. They add a penalty to the regression coefficients to prevent overfitting. Then there is the time series regression. It is used when data is collected over time and there may be autocorrelation between observation. variables. Those are the types of regression analysis, but mostly we use linear regression and multiple regression. Let's see an example of how we can apply linear regression in our research. So the dependent variable is exam scores. Then the independent variables, study hours, attendance, and then previous exam scores. Then the hypothesis is that study hours, attendance, and previous exam scores. The hypothesis is that study hours, attendance, and previous exam scores significantly predict exam scores. So how do you proceed? Number one, collect data on study hours, attendance, and previous exam scores, and exam scores of each student. Check regression assumptions such as linearity, independence of residuals, homoscedasticity, and normality of residuals. Then conduct multiple linear regression analysis using statistical software. For our case here, we use SPSS. And then interpret the regression coefficients, standard errors, p-values, and R-squared values. We have an example that is indicated in the sentence below. You can look at it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our academic journey today. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content. Give us a thumbs up, like, share, and also engage us in the comment section for any reviews, questions, and suggestions. Until next time, happy researching. My name is Lucy Wanjiro. Adios.